everyone. Welcome to another animation video using the Wik editor online. In this video, I'm going to show you a little trick in exporting your animation while considering layer visibility. And then I'm going to show you a free app that allows you to preview your animations so that you can evaluate them and move on to the next step. This is my bouncing ball animation. It's just in its rough early stages. So at this point, I'm ready to export it and then review it, evaluate it, and then make any tweaks, changes, and then I can move on to maybe my clean animation pass. So the first thing in exporting it is that you'll see that I have my motion path layer here, and I lowered the transparency so that it's not quite as dark. But if I go up here to export and I choose the video option, it seems to still export any video even if it's hidden. So for instance, if I hide the visibility down here in the timeline, you can either lock a layer or you can hide it. And even if it's hidden, when I go to export, it still shows up. So if you know a fix around this, other than what I'm about to show you, great, put it in the comments below. So the fix that I discovered is this. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the motion path layer. Then I'm going to select it. And with the layer selected, I'm then going to grab the cursor tool and I'm going to click and drag a selection box around all of my arcs that make up the motion path. Now you'll notice that it did accidentally select the ball. So what I need to do is I need to go lock that layer for my rough animation, and my ground layer is already locked. Okay, so go back to my motion path, select all of the arcs, and you can see that just they're selected now. Now over here in the inspector, I get access to this right here, the opacity. And so, you know, I could bump it up so you can really see it, but I'm going to bring it all the way down to 0. And just do a couple clicks on screen. So it is there. The layer is still visible, but now when it exports, it should be fine. So now I'm going to go ahead, export video. Another interesting thing I've found out on the exporting process is that once this bar goes green, it looks like it's still going. It says creating, it says rendering, but it does say rendering complete. Then it says downloading, and it is green. But it does sort of look like it's still going. But it's not, it's done. You can close that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll open this up. So here it is in QuickTime, and this is great. And if you're running Windows, you can do the Windows Movie Player. You can certainly do VLC, which is great. But I want to introduce you to an app that I think is even better, especially for animators. So this is the site here. The software is called Keyframe MP. There is a free version, which since I'm a teacher, I'm going to use that. But there is a pro version. It's $35. It looks really cool. If I had the absolute need and the $35, I would totally buy it. So you're going to come here for the downloads, and you can see there's Windows and Mac. And then there's a Maya extension, but we're not using Maya. So I'm going to go ahead. So I've downloaded it. I've installed it. And here's what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Keyframe Pro and click on OK. And here it is. Here it is here. And then you can just go and you can drag your video right into it. And it looks like a pretty standard movie player. And technically it is. You can go ahead and you can press play and it'll play. There is a, it just plays automatically by looping. So that's kind of funny that there is a loop feature here. I guess it's automatically on loop. And there's a couple different variations on loop. Yeah, so it just sort of auto loops, so that's handy. There's a little volume control, all the basic stuff that you would imagine. I will say that down here, it's really itty bitty text, but it is cool. It'll actually tell you, how many, what the frame per second is over here. So it says 12 frames per second, so it knows that. And then down here, it does go ahead and shows you what frame you're currently on. So just simply having that frame count right there is great. So let me turn off the keyboard there. Okay, sorry about that. So now if I'm just using the left arrow and right arrow, so now if I just use the left and right arrow, you can see there that I'm going back and forth, and I can see the frame count there. So it is really nice. Now you might wonder, why do I have to export this and view it in another app when I could just kind of play this in Wick and see the frame count down there? If you do press play, it plays along pretty smooth, but again, remember, it is playing in a browser app and it's playing online, so maybe you have a slower connection one day, I don't know. But this is really nice. It's a very simple interface. You can just press play and see all the frame count. So you can really just look at it and go, okay, on frame 9 or 10, it looks like it's getting too much squash or too much stretch. The timing, the spacing between 10 and 11 should be a little closer. You can just look at it in a different way. Very much like in a painting app where you can flip your image horizontally or vertically and just get a fresh look at your artwork and step away and get a clean perspective at it. So it's just another nice tool, and it's fantastic that the author of Keyframe MP has created a free slimmed down version for those of us out there that love free. So anyway, I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.